In America, no game is bigger than this one. It fills the biggest stadiums, it stops the whole country for one Sunday every year, and it chews men up and spits them out. But every empire starts small. It starts with a little kid on a dirt field at dawn, holding a football, dreaming of the roar of a crowd. So you run. You dodge invisible defenders in the backyard until the sun goes down. Because the dream is bigger than the dirt you're standing on. By high school, you're playing under the Friday night lights, the whole town watching, and you learn what this game really costs. You throw your body into every tackle, full speed, no fear. And then one day, a college scout is in the stands with a clipboard, watching you, and everything changes. You earn a scholarship, and you run out into a college stadium packed with 100,000 screaming fans. But here's the thing nobody tells you: at this level, you play for free. The training is brutal, the hits are harder, and you're grinding through it all for nothing but a shot. So you make the plays that get you noticed, the catches and runs that put you on the map. And then comes the day that decides everything, the draft. Your name gets called and the room explodes. You've made it to the pros. You sign your first professional contract, and for the first time, this game is going to pay you. But signing doesn't mean you've arrived. You fight through a brutal training camp against dozens of other rookies, all fighting for a few roster spots. You start on the bench, watching, waiting for your chance. And then you get it. You run out of that tunnel onto a colossal field, blazing lights, smoke, 100,000 fans roaring, and the little kid from the dirt field can't believe it's real. You line up across from the best athletes on earth. And when you break free and sprint into the end zone for your first touchdown, the stadium erupts, and there is no feeling like it. This is a game of violence, though. You deliver and take hits hard enough to end careers. And sometimes it does. One wrong hit, and you're on the ground clutching your knee, everything hanging by a thread. So you grind through rehab alone, and you fight your way back because you've come too far to stop. And when you make it back, you become a real starter in command, making plays that win games. Kids line up for your autograph now, looking at you the way you once looked at your heroes. The rookie minimum in the pros is over $750,000 a year. The car, the home, the life you dreamed of. Reporters crowd around you after big games. You make the clutch plays when everything's on the line. You reach the all-star showcase, standing among the greatest in the sport. Established pros earn millions a year, and the biggest superstars sign deals worth over $50 million a season. And then you reach the biggest stage of all, the championship. A colossal stadium, the whole world watching. And when you lift that trophy as the confetti rains down, holding your family close, every sacrifice was worth it. But nobody sees the price. You sit alone in the locker room afterward, feeling every hit your body has absorbed, because the sport takes as much as it gives, and the average career only lasts a few short, violent years. For every player who makes it this far, there are thousands who didn't. Most who play in high school never reach the college level, and only a tiny handful ever go pro. Most dreams end quietly on an empty bench long before the top. You made it because you refused to quit. And the ones who last become veterans, still battling at the highest level, scarred and wise, mentoring the nervous rookies who remind them exactly of themselves. And then, one day, it ends. You stand at midfield in a packed stadium, hold your helmet up to a roaring crowd, and say goodbye to the game that gave you everything. For the greatest, there's one final honor, a gold jacket, a plaque, your name enshrined in the Hall of Fame forever. From a little kid on a dirt field to a legend of the game. Little leaguer, high schooler, college player, pro rookie, superstar, Hall of Famer. But the ones who never forget where they came from always circle back. You watch a small kid on a dirt field throwing a football and dreaming, and you see yourself. You hand him an old worn football, and you pass the dream on. Because this game doesn't belong to any one player, it just borrows them for a while before handing itself to the next kid brave enough to chase it. If this one pulled you in, do me a favor, hit that like, and tell me down in the comments what you thought. And if there's a job you've always wondered about, drop it below. The next career I break down might just be the one you pick. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.